Hi, Sherry again. What I wanted to share with you today was some basic household things in order to help create space in between the toes. Anybody who's taken my class knows that I invite people to try to reach out with their baby toes and bring the toes down independently and individually to the big toe. Sometimes that can be a real challenge, especially if you have a tendency to pronate. So pronators have a penchant for having their weight distributed and under the base of the big toe, and so that their toe begins to curve towards and veer towards the baby toe. And that can lead to the gripping on of the toes and the toes wanting to hang out really close to each other, which I call team toes. So what I've encouraged people for years to do is to use some basic household things. So some puffy cotton balls and a pedicure foam. The puffy cotton balls, I want you to pop them in between the toes themselves. That can help to create some space and to keep the toes independent of each other. Now, same with the pedicure foam. You just pop those in between the toes. And what I encourage people to do, or invite them to try, is when you're sitting down, maybe you're going to watch a movie or read a book or flip through a magazine, pop those in between your toes, let them create some space and have them settle in between. And then as you're sitting, start to open the toes up and see if you can work those cotton balls out from between them. So that can certainly be a goal so that you've had some success as they sort of work their way out. However, what I want you to appreciate is that by doing so, you're also starting to stretch the toes. Though we have a real penchant or an ability to clench on with them, this helps to open them up. So this can be a very vigorous stretch for some people, depending on the condition of their feet. But for others, it can just be a great way to start getting some flexibility and mobility in those toes themselves. The pedicure foam, same idea. These are a bit more vigorous, of course, because they're firmer than the cotton balls. And they are, again, holding the toes space. So this in itself can be, again, quite vigorous for some people, especially as you are sitting and being passive and then the foot's not having to work. So the muscles of the foot and the flesh of the foot can start to open up through the ball of the foot, arch right through to the heel. If you decide to try to walk around with these and get some exercise that way, I want you to give that a try by pressing the heel into the floor and then reaching out with that baby toe first and try to bring them down individually. Walking with pedicure foams is an interesting experience. However, it's certainly something that you can work towards. Same with the cotton balls. When you're standing and walking, seeing if you can bring each toe down individually, because now you have the support of these basic tools to help you do that. So keeping up with something like that will, again, in a passive way or in an active way, and just see what kind of space you can create and see if you can create more flexibility and mobility in your toes. After you've taken them out, you may notice that your toes have a bit more space in between. They'll probably eventually come back to the position that they're more comfortable in, but for that time, you can at least take advantage of how much space you've created and have a little bit more independence. So there's a little fun foot fitness experiment for you to try at home. If you give it a try, please leave me a message under this video or send me a private message, whichever you prefer. I'd love to hear what your results are. Giving your feet some love. Thanks. Have a great day.